So, hello everyone. My colleague introduced me. I'm here today to present to you a public challenge campaign made by Animal Friends Croatia, which is an association in Croatia, Zagreb, that I volunteer for. So, the name is Looking for a Queen, and this campaign was made as a reaction to one new recent milk brand in Croatian market that was very successful. Just 1 year since its launch, it was proclaimed the fastest growing food brand in Croatia, and their marketing solution was we were terrified when we first saw it. So I'm going to show you a couple of sentences that can be found on their website for their Cow Queen campaign, and I would like you to read it. So if you read it, I would like you to now watch their commercial. It's short. Here it is. This kravica kraljica means cow queen. That's all you need to know.
Probaj moje mlijeko, Zeko je rekao da čarobno je moje, vi me slušaj dalje rime. Nema kemije, samo pravi nektar, mlijeko, jogurt, vrh, njima probaj cijeli spektar.
Kraljica, kraljica, daj nam novu dozu, bijelu hipnozu. Kraljica, kraljica, tekuće božanstvo, vaše veličanstvo. Meni, o. Kravica, kraljica, mlijeko hrvatskih farmi.
So these pictures are also from their website, portraying the happy cows. For this particular marketing campaign, they won an Effie Award for the outstanding marketing communication in the segments of creativity, strategy, and achieved marketing campaign results. So it was very successful, as I said. And we knew when we first saw it, we knew we had to do something about it, and something big. And the connection between our initial reaction and this particular campaign is this very care conference. Jan from Animal International made a great presentation in 2019 called Surprise, the Power of Innovative Campaigning, where he, as an example, used Denmark's campaign against Arla milk industry. It's a great presentation. I advise you to watch it, and we liked it, and we thought we could do something like that as a response to Belje's campaign. So we contacted Animal International, and they were a great support financially and otherwise. So the first thing we wanted to do is to bring some attention to this story, to this campaign. And what we did is we thought, like, well, if they're telling fairy tales about the treatment of cows in on their farms, we should respond also in a fairy tale and tell our story and our version of these lives. So we made story about Petra. Petra is what we did is that we made 7 illustrations that we posted as a teaser for the rest of the campaign for 7 weeks on our social media, and these illustrations were accompanied by a story. It also posted in parts, and as you can see, the illustrations are made so to resemble the universe of the Belje Cow Queen company. So in short, we learn about this little calf named Petra, who is alone but remembers her mother. Like very poorly, because her mother was taken away from her at a very early age. She often dreams of her, and in one of her dreams there's an uninvited guest who comes and takes away her mother. one day she decides to run away from the place she was in captivity to look for her mother. On the way, she meets Bunny. Bunny, you couldn't understand it, but Bunny is the character that is also used in their Cow Queen campaign and commercial. So she asked Bunny, does he knows anything about her mom? And he says that yes, that her mother is held in a kingdom, and that her name is Queen. And here Petra is very happy because that means that her mother is living the life of royalty, that she's free in big palaces and surrounded by beautiful nature. And then Bunny informs her that that's not the case, that queens there are not treated good, that their kids are taken away from them, and so on. So the last illustration was Petra's letter to the Belje Kingdom. We also posted this on social media, and we put at this point the web page of our campaign, and also wrote a letter to Belje Company. We said that it is deceitful to call cows queens while their children are being abducted, they are being exploited like biological machines, and also killed when they don't produce enough milk to be profitable. So of course we didn't get any response at first. This is like what we wrote. Our next step was a video that I will show you now. It also showed scenes of separation of mother and children from the farms from all across the world. This was also put on our social media and on a web page. So this is like also some form of like Petra is talking to the Belje, writing a letter to Belje and asking it where her mother is. It's some kind of a continuation to our to the story we had.
Ja se zovem Petra, pišem vam već drugi put. Nadam se da ćete mi pomoći pronaći mamu. Zeko je rekao da živi kod vas. Ne znam puno reći jer je moja mama samo nestala. Sjećam se toga da sam ju htjela jako zagrliti. Ali nisam mogla, nisu mi dali. Moju mamu zovu kraljica, tako mi je Zeko rekao. I rekao mi je strašne stvari o vašem kraljestvu. Da li je istina da u vašem kraljestvu mame ne žive kao kraljice? Da svaki dan od njih kradu mlijeko i odnose im djecu. Pokazali su mi snimke drugih farmi. Tamo djeca isto tako nisu sa svojim mamama. Odnose nas od mama, a onda kradu naše mlijeko. Svu moju braću šalju na tov i onda ubiju za meso. Molim vas, recite mi da nije istina, da sve mame ubiju kada više nemaju mlijeka. Možete li mi reći gdje je moja mama kraljica? I ja i svi moji prijatelji želimo saznati istinu. Nadam se da ćete mi što ranije odgovoriti. Vaša Petra.
So this video really echoed in Croatia. 1.8 million people saw it. It was appearing on social media and everywhere. This is the half of population of Croatia. We're a small nation. So as you could see, the video is very emotional, and the cute voice here is, we wanted to hire a real voice actor, but we didn't like how she sounded, so we started to look for a real kid, and my colleague said that her niece has a cute voice, so the voice you could hear is Nessa. She's 10 years old. From my colleagues, I study philosophy. From my colleagues, I heard the critique to this campaign that it is like appeal to emotion, and is trying to manipulate with their emotions, and they felt as though they are also being deceived in a way. So I said to them, well, yes, we are trying to evoke some emotional response, but we're not saying anything that is not true. And also to see animals as ethical subjects who need our care. We need to sympathize with them and put ourselves in their shoes some way. And this is, I believe, one of the better ways. Because while this campaign was on its peak, these contents were everywhere, like on social media. You'll see billboards. So if someone didn't know the truth about their industry, they learned now in Croatia, in Zagreb. Yes, so our next step was this video survey. Last year we made an independent a survey on the representative sample of 1,000 Croatian citizens, where we asked them the questions about their knowledge of the processes that happen on dairy farms. And this is my question to you. Answer for yourselves. What do you think? How many people got this answer wrong? This question wrong? So how many people in Croatia doesn't know the real reason why milk is why cows produce milk? The answer is nothing of this. It's 68.4 people said the wrong answer. So I was so shocked. Like, otherwise intelligent, normal people, they think that cows produce milk because they just do it. That's in their nature. Okay, so this is the video we made.
Zato što im je to tako privrženo, ne znam, zato što im je to poslanje.
Pa ja mislim da to normalno kod krave pojava, da ona ima mlijeko. Ja tako mislim da krava uvijek ima mlijeko.
Pa je to biološki uvjetovano. Znam da daju više mlijeka kad jedu svježu travu.
Pa to je nekak prirodno, valjda. Mislim da se ne muče one same, da mora ih se izdajati.
Pa mislim da proizvode mlijeko zato što njihov organizam tako funkcionira, ne mogu ne proizvoditi mlijeko jer je to dio njihovog jednostavno ciklusa.
Svojih malih potomaka koji dolazu na svijet. Mislite, pa oni sisaju prirodno, kako bi vam ja to objasnila, isto kako je rekla.
Ha, ne znam, vjerojatno nešto loše.
Pa možda nakon par mjeseci.
Mislim da negdje 3 tjedna.
Pretpostavljam oko prva 2 tjedna, ako ne rano. Tjedan do 10 dana. Možda, ne znam, tjedan dana.
Pa ja mislim
Postavljam odmah. Onako, da, odmah.
To je vrlo netočno, tako da trebalo bi se prebaciti da pijemo bademovo mlijeko i neke zdravije alternative. Definitivno. Nisam znala ove informacije iskreno.
I onda se to isto ne primjenjuje na neku drugu mamu. Krava isto mama. Je li tako? Tako da, takav je svijet u kojem živimo.
Mi smo najgora, zapravo ljudi su najgora vrsta na svijetu.
I to mi je užasno, što se te krave nasilno muče ih za to mlijeko i s onim strojevima velikim isto tako daju te male teliće i to mi je baš žao.
Sad sigurno ću promisliti prije nego što ga popijem idući put.
Apsolutno da, ali je komercijalno puno uspješnije, tako da...
Naravno, to je sve samo konzumerizam, samo da se kupuje mlijeko i pije i mislim, to je samo sve nekako letečina koja se ne ide. Umjesto da se svi malo obrazujemo i prestanemo s time i počnemo doslovno koristiti, ne znam, postoji toliko drugih alternativa, postoji rižino mlijeko, bademovo, kokosovo, sve što je 10 puta bolje i zdravije zapravo.
Definitivno zavaravajuće, mislim da bi ljude trebalo osvijestiti kako to u stvari izgleda, možda bi ih to onda vratilo da malo kao, ne trebamo to raditi, ne morate, da budem prosta, silovat krave da proizvode mlijeko za vaše užitke, postoje alternative.
So, since we still haven't got the answer from Belje, we decided to make a protest in front of their dairy farms in Mitrovic with the inscriptions on banners such as cows are not treated like royalty but like biological machines and stop false marketing. We highlighted once again that the Belje is misleading the public with their marketing solutions. So these are the pictures. The night before the protest, we found out from one of the journalists we collaborate with that Belje asked her editor to delete all the releases they ever posted about our Looking for Queen campaign. So this was the first reaction we actually had from Belje. But to this protest, the Croatian Dairy Association responded, saying that they do understand our concerns, but that everything that is done on dairy farms in Croatia is in strict accordance, alliance with the European and national regulations, which we of course replied that well, that's the problem, that this is legal, that if something is legal doesn't make it moral. So we also had this kind of public dialogue of a sort. We noticed that after this protest, the announcements about our campaign were slowly decreasing, and then we learned also that the Belje sent to all the media the email that if they're going to continue publishing about our campaign, there will be a lawsuit. So they tried to shut us down with. They tried to scare the media and us. The next step was truck action. So what we did is we rented a big lorry and put the educational displays inside and the TV inside where these videos you could see were presented. So it was roaming through Zagreb and then stood at the main square where people could look at this. This was on the side of the truck. So this is how it looked. So we invited people to. This is the main square, so it was crowded, and it was Saturday, and there were some other events also. So we did get public's attention, but also we got media coverage. So that's also important. This is how it looked on the inside, and I will show you a video that we made also for this event. So the next step was putting billboards all across Croatia. One was dedicated to the fate of a mother, and the second was dedicated to the fate of a male calf, which is like very soon death. So we wanted to highlight that. We posted 140 billboards in Croatia. The next part of campaign was we called it Dairy Industry in 360 degrees. So we read about this research in Aalborg University in Denmark that showed the benefit of the virtual reality technology in promoting animal welfare. So with the help of Animal International with Animal Equality, they sent us the instructions how we could do this, and also the videos, standard videos of exploitation and killing of cows. We showed people how it is to be a cow on dairy farm. I also saw these videos. They were really explicit. a lot of violence, which is something that people usually think it's exception and just some sadistic worker who wants to, I don't know, be mean because he's evil. The fact is that to make animals do something that it doesn't want to do, you need to use violence. That's necessary. So yes. We also sent, this is how it looked, and all this was covered with media, a lot of media. We get a lot of, I don't know how to say it, but yes, that's important. We also sent proposal to all the dairy farms and industries in Croatia to include plant-based milk and plant-based products in their business plan, and we also showed them examples of good examples of these practices, and they thanked us, so that's something. After this proposal, we got our first formal answer from Belje, which was, "Thank you for your proposal, with respect, Belje." And we have a last video. Okay, just last video. So to conclude, we had a couple of goals I forgot to mention, but we also asked Belje if we could film the birth and the first day of a calf on their farms, which of course they didn't respond to, but that's important because it's a way to challenge them to, like, if they answer us, yes you can, we expose them, and if they don't, they're hiding something, so that's like win-win situation. And also what we wanted to do is educate public about promote plant-based milk, because that's something that these business they can, so they don't have to necessarily those milk dairy industries don't have to close. They can just turn to other kind of products. So that's it, and I want to thank again the Anima International and their generous donors for this campaign, because none of this would be possible without them. And that's it. Thank you. Ovo ostaje meni ovo. Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Dominica. Now we have reached the end of the presentation, but you are free to ask questions on Eventory. I hope you all know how. I think one question would be, do you plan to measure the results of your campaign somehow, or is it still ongoing work?
Well, I don't know how we could measure it.
Okay.
Do you have idea?
Yeah, the attitudes of people, for example.
If they changed?
Yeah.
Well, that would be nice. Like, again, make some kind of survey, again, asking them if this percentage of 68.4... I'm loud enough, I think. So to see if this 68.4% of people who don't know why cows produce milk, if that has somehow fallen, that would be interesting to see, yes.
Okay. Go. Okay, there are still more questions. I don't know if I can see something or if... Okay, can I see them? Because something is not working. Okay, thank you. So, thank you. How many resources you needed to run such a campaign? How many people and how much funding? Did you need to apply for funding, or your organization is already sustainable for the perspective? Okay, so like financially.
Well, I'm a volunteer for this Animal Friends Croatia association, so I don't know these details. I was more present in the parts of actions and protests and talking to the public and so on. So I don't know, Asya, if you have any insight about this.
Maybe after this is done with somebody who's interested.
Yes, you can find out, yes, privately maybe better.
Okay, but like, would you like to say something on the topic, or should I go to the... Okay, so regarding what colleagues said about appealing to emotion, how can you design public awareness campaigns without being accused of using this logical fallacy, when appealing to people's emotions is a large part of what makes campaigns like this effective?
Yes, of course, not because we don't want to be fallacious, but the fact is that we are emotional beings, and our motivation is based on emotions. So if we want to change anyone, we need to appeal to that, and that's just the fact. And again, we're not telling anything that's not true. So what we're actually saying, we're showing the truth, and we accompany our attitude towards it, which is this is not okay. And we're talking about morality and what is good, what is not good or right. So yes, that's it.
Okay. And probably last question for now would be, what are you trying to get from them? Just to stop the misleading marketing, or some sort of commitment to do what?
Well, it would be great if they said, okay, we from now make only plant-based milks. That would be a great commitment. But yeah, it was both educational to the public and also this more personal to the Beta campaign. Because they really, whatever they did, it works. That's the fact. And people do feel better when they buy this product, I'm sure it, rather than some other that doesn't have this cool, funky, modern advertisement. So, yes.
Did you use an external bureau for the national question about milk presumptions?
I don't understand that.
Okay, so the person who asked the question, I also do not quite understand. So if you could please be more precise. Yeah?
Yeah, like there are bureaus who make national surveys.
Okay, so like...
So,
yeah.
You can just repeat that.
Well, yes, we...
So yeah, did you make the survey yourself?
No, that's what is independent. We paid an agency to do a
Perfect.
survey. Yes, yes.
Also, I was thinking that maybe your campaign is also directed at people themselves, not just Belle as a company. So you'd like to achieve something regarding the attitudes of people.
Well, of course, but you cannot make them do something.
That's also true. Yeah, and probably the last question we have time for would be, what channels were more successful in showing your video content? How much did you use on ads compared to organic traffic, for example, Twitter?
Maybe I should read it for myself, because I didn't understand you.
Okay. Yeah, we probably also have it.
I will... A second.
So basically, was most traffic from Twitter, Facebook, and Messenger, and all that stuff, or did you probably advertise it on the TV And
no, it was present on Facebook, on Instagram, on the in the town, on in the physical space.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, so it was mostly people, just people talking to people and forwarding the clip maybe to their friends.
Yes,
Okay.
and we had paid ads. So
Yeah,
it was when you were on social media, it was always popping up this.
My question again. I apparently have a tendency to ask. Well, how much money did you use on promoting the videos compared to it just thriving on its own?
Yes, I don't have those details, but I can write them and find the answer from you.
Okay, but you did use money. It wasn't
of course,
just.
Yes, we did use money.
But would you have done well without the money?
No, this was all very expensive. The survey, the videos, the protest that was of course on us. But the survey, for example, was very. You can find it. It's great. The questions are very smartly formulated, and it's a great survey. You can find it on Kraljica.
Yeah, the website.
Yes, the website.
Okay, so we are running out of time, unfortunately, but thank you. Okay, no more questions. Thank you, Dominica, and I hope your campaign will bring long-lasting effects for the well-being of cows.